bollocks, does it?
Whatever happens,
Carry on.
keep going.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
You'll be fine. These will be tops. Yeah, you're golden. Golden. They're professionals at the top of their game.
Oh, God. I am.
So whatever happens, you keep on going.
Yeah.
All right?
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
Don't swear, you.
Fuck it, we're doing live.
Do it!
We're actually our live though.
Silence in the
Hello and welcome to today's iCOV. It is our biggest one yet and it's live, which is a bit scary, but we're going to crack on with it. So thanks for tuning in. Today we've got loads of exciting things coming up. We're going to talk about varsity between Warwick and COV coming up. We're going to be talking about stuff going on in the news. We're going to be talking about everything, aren't we, Alexandra?
We also have an exclusive interview with an upcoming band, Girls on the Internet, and they will be playing their song for us today as well, so that's exciting. Alongside all of those exciting things, we will also bring you today's news, weather forecast, of course, some showbiz gossip. So we pass you over to Jack right now, and he gives you today's news.
With the latest, I'm Jack Williams. 2 further arrests have been made following the assassination of Kim Jong-nam, the brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Results for his post-mortem have yet to hit the public eye, and the 2 individuals have arrested and have remained in custody as the investigation continues. A teenage girl has pleaded not guilty to the murder of 7-year-old Katie Ruff, who was found in a field in Wupthorne with a serious stab wounds to her neck. Her funeral was held early last week, whilst an inquest into her deaths has been opened and adjourned. The Office for National Statistics found that people in the UK are spending little less on alcohol and tobacco and a bit more on eating out, where families typically spend 20 a week and they are now spending an average of 11.4 a week. The change in how the average Brit spent their money could also mean healthy attitudes in the future. They were the latest headlines. Find more at icov.co.uk.
Thank you very much, Jack. Some interesting stories there, not to say the least.
Now, as you know, each week on iCOV every Thursday we have a live radio show, and today is no different. We are passing you over to James Darcy over with his team in the radio studio and talking to us about all things fitness, including the gym. Hello Darcy, can you hear us?
Hi guys, as we're going to be going live very soon. And then this week's show we're talking about, as Alex said, all things gym related. As well as that, we'll be talking about the Champions League and the upcoming FA Cup fixtures this weekend. I'm joined by Drew, Ben and Alan, and we've got some banging shit to tell you now. So please not miss out to go to mixler.com/iCOV to hear us live.
Thank you very much, James. We apologise for the sound there. That was a little bit echoey, but make sure you do tune into the radio show. But I mean, stay here. Don't go anywhere else.
Today's just a one-off. Every Thursday the radio show is much
course.
better.
And I mean, I would tell you to listen to it, but I think today you should stay here and watch this. So now we're going to hand over to Hannah and Paige, who spoke to the staff at Mind, which is a really important organisation that focuses on mental health. It's a support group. They visited Coventry in their travel bus. Let's see what they had to say. Sorry about that, the VT's not working for some reason, but we'll have it with you in a minute. Now we're going to talk to Matt. Matt's our guy, he's all about the showbiz. Matt, what's been going on in show business at the moment?
Well, there's quite a lot of gossip going on right now. So I don't know if you know anything about the Gemma Lucy and Katie Price.
I do know a bit, but I'm not really sure what's going on, Matt.
Okay, well, it originally started over in the fight between the Loose women's presenter, which was Katie Price, obviously, and Gemma Lucy, fighting over their Old Flame, Stephen Bear, and then it eventually went back in October.
Yeah.
Gemma's brutal rant began, apart from the fact that you are a very derogative term, still trying to turn people against me, I've gotten all the messages. And then it's gone on to now Gemma talking about the fact that she's getting her Twitter followers, telling them that she's going to fight her in the ring.
Isn't that's quite serious? I mean, isn't she a professional boxer and she's challenging Katie Price to the ring?
It's definitely
I mean,
something
It
to
could
watch.
be entertaining.
Life
but-
wouldn't be life without Katie Price in the news, let's be honest.
That is true. In LGBT celeb news, however, the first British queen to ever appear on RuPaul's Drag Race will be premiering in season 9. Charlie Hyde, 52 from London, UK, has become a British fan favourite thanks to representation of British queens, though many are critiquing him, saying there could be a better choice. I do kind of agree there could be somewhat of a better choice, but you know, it's up to Ru and the show's executives on what they do.
Is there anything particularly trending on social media, anything on Twitter, Facebook, anything we should know about?
There's a lot of people slagging off his looks. That's one thing that's very popular. A lot of people are saying that he's not up to the challenge of it and representing Britain in RuPaul's Drag Race. But I think he can do it, but I do think there could be a better substitute. And finally, Love Actually is returning. Have you heard about this?
Anything with Hugh Grant in, I'm there. It's my guilty pleasure.
I'm super confused. Isn't that a Christmas film and Christmas is already gone?
Well, I'm sorry to say for you, Billy, that it's only a 10-minute
No.
spotlight. Yes. The film's cast is taking part in the 10-minute premiere on the 24th of March as part of the popular Red Nose Day. Many fans are excited to see the premiere, though many, like yourself, are frustrated.
Is Hugh going to be in it?
Yeah, Hugh is going to be in it.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Hugh's going to be in it, but it's only going to be 10 minutes. But a lot of people are frustrated that they want a full release, but that's just a tease.
I want a Love Actually too, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm kind of
That's
sad.
amazing.
I really would love a new release, but
Anyway, we've sorted out the VT with the guys over at Mind. We're going to go to them now, see what they have to say. Really important, this one.
I'm Denise Lindsay. I'm the volunteer coordinator at Coventry and Watch Your Mind. Coventry and Watch Your Mind is a mental health charity. We work throughout, obviously, Coventry and Warwickshire. We work with children, young people and adults with functioning mental health issues. The Journey bus is the bus that we're on now, and we take this round and about throughout the community with information around various mental health issues, Coventry and Warwickshire Mind services and other mental health services throughout the area. And basically we've got advice and information for anybody who wants to get on and access that.
Okay, and so what do you hope to achieve in the community with the Journey bus?
Basically to let people know that we're there. Coventry and Warwickshire Mind as a charity has been going for the last 50 years, but still a lot of people don't know about us. So basically it's to get ourselves out in the community, to try and break down a bit of the stigma around mental ill health and let people know that actually it's okay to talk about it and the bus is here if you need us.
Okay, and what response do you typically get from people?
Depends where we are, if I'm perfectly honest. Sites like this, which is a city centre site, we get lots and lots of people coming on and off all day. Somewhere a little bit quieter. We do like to take it to rural communities as well. So if people can't get into town to access the service, then they know it comes into their village or their town. But generally we get a really good response from people.
Okay, and do you find that the Journey bus is that first step for the person to then lead on to other services by Mind or other services?
It can be, but not always. Sometimes you'll get people on that have long-term enduring mental health issues but may not have used our services, so they come on for a bit of advice and information about that. But sometimes you will find it's the person's first step on that journey. We're the first people that they see.
All right, that's huge thanks to Charlotte and Divya for providing us with that and bringing awareness to mental health. It's hugely important. A lot of people suffer with it. So what do we have next, Billy?
Well, this week, a very long time ago, this week though, in 1649, the first ever cheque was written. Have you ever written a cheque yourself?
I have not, no.
You haven't? Have you not?
I've not got enough funds in my bank to
You
write
haven't?
a cheque.
I'm writing them all the time, you know, that's how I pay for
Okay.
things. But to mark this, what we've done is we've sent out Charlotte and Divya again. And they're going to go and ask members of the public a few questions related to, you know, how much were prizes in 1649. So we're going to head out now. We're going to see what they've got to say. Go and see what them challenging the public some money-related questions. So let's cut to that now then.
How much was the first cheque ever written worth? 350.
It's close, it's £400. When was the UK's first credit card released?
2001.
1966.
Oh. Okay, so how much do you think the first cheque ever written was worth?
The first cheque ever written.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Just a guess.
500?
It's close, 400.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how much do you think £400 would be worth in today's money?
Not a lot.
Actually, it's worth £48,000.
Oh wow.
So it's quite a big difference, but yeah. Okay, so how much do you think the first ever cheque written was worth?
I think it should be £10.
A bit more than that, £400.
Oh really?
Yeah.
In where? What year?
60.
Oh my God, that must be a million.
1649.
That must be millions. My God.
How much do you think it'd be worth now?
Oh, millions.
£48,000 now.
Huh?
It's worth £48,000 now.
£400.
48,000.
Oh,
Better than 400.
better than 400. Yeah, better than 400.
So when do you think the first credit card was ever released as well? What year?
I would say sometime in the 1990s.
1966.
Oh, really?
Not bad.
Oh God. Oh God.
How much would £400 be worth now?
Like 47, 48,000?
48,000, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that was super interesting. You wouldn't think that the public knows so little about money and checking, but we now hand you over to
The Sports Bulletin with our man T. He's got all the news on the sport. T, what's been happening?
Thank you very much, Billy. Well, to start off with, it's been a very busy week with sport, and Barcelona was thrashed 4-0 by PSG, with Cavani and Di Maria scoring on their birthdays. Also, we had Arsenal losing 5-1 to Bayern Munich, where it was a shocking result, and the Arsenal TV was really, it was blaring, and it was not a great thing for Arsenal. And also, we had Real Madrid winning 3-1 against Napoli, which was an expected result. And then next week we have. I've got the script, man. Fucking hell. Next week we have Man City versus Bayern. We have Atletico Madrid against. We have Atletico Madrid against Bayern, Atletico and Man City against Monaco, and then on the Wednesday we have Porto versus Juventus and Seville versus Leicester. Keeping it all football, we have Carly Lloyd, who has recently moved over to Man City. She is the American international for the women's team, the captain for the internationals. She's rated 92 overall on FIFA, if you're not sure who she is. Moving on to snooker, we have Ronnie O'Sullivan, who lucked out in the second round after leading 3-0 against Mark Davies. Moving on to the Six Nations, we have an update for the Scotland captain Laidlaw, who injured his ankle in his game against France, which they went on to lose. Talk about adding insult to injury. And then lastly, we have Usain Bolt teammate Nesta Carter, who is going to be appealing his ban. And thank you very much, and back over to Alex and Billy.
Okay, that was a jam-packed week of sports for us this week. We next have Matt speaking to us
about varsity. Now,
yes.
Varsity is a very prestigious event, and it happens all across the country, but particularly here. We've got David as well. We've got an extra guest in. Thank you very much. So, of course, varsity happens all across the country. It's where neighbouring unis get together, they compete, they hate each other, they fight for the varsity title. We, Coventry University, we go against Warwick. We've never ever won it. We came so close last year, the closest we've ever come to knocking those posh boys off their high horse, but we didn't quite do it. But this year, we spent more money on fitness training plans. We spent more money ever. We're determined, and we've got two people here who are going to be taking part. We've got David from the Ultimate Frisbee team. Are you optimistic about your chances in Ultimate Frisbee, David?
We have never beaten Warwick at Ultimate Frisbee.
But there's a first for everything, isn't there?
Yeah, we did compete in a tournament against them last month in Warwick.
And how did that go?
We drew against their second team, which wasn't too bad, but they do have like 6 teams.
Okay.
So they're one of the most established university ultimate frisbee teams in the country. So they definitely have a lot of strength
Do you think that this
and
year
depth.
would be the year that you could potentially win?
We have a very strong team, and we just found out yesterday that the varsity match will be mixed, which I think will play in our favour.
Will it?
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I mean, upsets do happen. I'm thinking Man City, Wigan, FA Cup final, that sort of stuff. It does happen. We're now going to talk to Matt. Matt, you're the president of the Pool Society, aren't you?
Pool Club,
and you're playing tonight, aren't you?
Yeah,
against
our
Warwick?
first match tonight. Kick varsity off at 7 o'clock over at Riley's. We've got a high chance of winning. Last year was the first year. It was first year for about 7 years, I believe, that we won the pool.
Really?
Yeah.
And we're going to try and keep that momentum
We'll keep that momentum
tonight.
going. We had a pool tournament in Nottingham last weekend, and we did finish above Warwick. They didn't qualify for the championship. They finished in the bottom 2 of their group. We finished in the top 2 and went on to the quarterfinals, eventually losing to Newcastle. But we've got a strong side for the pool. High hopes for tonight.
And you're going to do us proud. You're going to win your game.
We should do. Of course, I will.
I will be having stern words
six
if we
frames.
don't.
I'll win mine. Don't worry about that.
So basically, obviously, we've never won it before, but we did come so close, and we're so determined this year more than ever. You guys, you're inside these teams. You know it better than any of us. Do you honestly believe we can do it this year?
Yeah, I believe the student union, especially in the sports department, they've added a lot more funding. They've supplied a lot more help this year to take that next step and just to go the extra mile to beat Warwick this year at varsity.
Yeah, we're very strong in football and rugby and in ice hockey. It seems to be like this small, more niche sports where Warwick tend to pick up the points.
Apart from Paul.
Apart from Paul, our man Matt, he is picking up those points.
Yeah,
but for those people who aren't aware, how many games do you have to win overall?
That's a very good question.
Because last year we were leading for quite a while.
we was leading for 10 and a half days or something out of the 12.
And what made us lose?
The last day there, I think there were 6 events on the last day. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone, but I think we lost 5 out of the last 6 events on the last day.
I know the varsity always finishes in the Rico Arena.
Yeah.
It's a massive event. It's rugby union. It's Warwick versus iCOV, and obviously Warwick being those posh private school boys that they are, you expect them always to win the rugby and clean up. But we came so close, and then we had a man sin binned in the last 10 minutes. And we literally lost it by points, but if we can clinch it in the Rico, that would just be magical, wouldn't it? 100%. I would be so excited for that. And you boys, is it your first? You've obviously played in varsity before.
Yeah, this is my second
David,
year.
is it your first year playing in varsity?
Yeah, no, this is my first year playing ultimate frisbee.
Excited,
so, yeah.
nervous?
Nervous because it's Warwick have the home advantage.
Of
We're
course.
going over there to play, so
We have to be
there's always
optimistic.
nerves,
You
but
just got to think we're going to win it. We're going to go there and get it,
positive
and you'll be
mental
fine.
attitude. Yeah, of course.
So,
Yeah,
I
of course.
think we could do it.
Get ready to celebrate because you're going to win.
Yeah, I've heard
Champions,
that if we do win varsity, there's going to be an open top tour bus going through the city of iCOV, which will be pretty magical to see you two boys up there.
If we win an ultimate frisbee, I'm going to go around the streets of Coventry like Lady Godiva naked on a horse.
Well, that's on camera.
Well, that's something to
we'll
look forward to.
Definitely hold you to that.
We'll hold you to that, yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go over to Zoe now, aren't we?
Yeah, our wonderful weather woman. She's going to tell us
what's going on in the weather, basically.
Yeah,
and what's
exactly.
going to happen in the weather. So over to Zoe.
Well guys, the weather today has been pretty up and down. This morning it started off with some mist in Coventry, and we actually had some rain about an hour ago too. There's been highs of 11, lows of 4. Meanwhile in the rest of the country it's been pretty much the same, bit of sunshine, bit of showers, you know how it is. Over the weekend we've in fact got pretty much the same as what we've had today, so expect the same and also some sunshine. Back to you, Alex and Billy.
So we now have a live performance from the band Girls on the Internet, which we should be able to cut to now. We're going to talk to the boys quickly, if that's okay. They are. Thank you very much for the weather there, Zoe. And to finish the show, we've got the upcoming duo Girls on the Internet. How you doing, boys? George and Ollie, nice to meet you guys.
Not too bad.
So tell us a bit about how the band started.
Yeah. So we met I think in February in a
early
club,
last year.
drunken experience, and then we formed a band over the past year called Feet. It's a 5-piece different project.
Yeah.
But I think recently before Christmas we were having lots of rehearsals, but nobody could really come, so we thought it was just us two. Committed. I don't think we're as intense on our courses.
No, definitely
so
not.
we should make something out of this, you know.
Yep.
Very casual and here we
Just
are.
a little side project, a little detour. And
Yeah.
Do you want to just tell us what the band is called?
The band is called Girls on the Internet.
Yeah.
It's got its own kind of like aesthetic. I think you say girls on the internet and people kind of do half the job for you. So
Yeah, I agree. And so have you got any singles out, any EPs coming up?
We're looking to do an EP. Hopefully it'll be out by the end of the month.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm gonna do it at home.
Yeah, it's going to
probably.
be more of like a DIY kind of home recording thing.
Chilled out, because I think we prefer the whole environment a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, a few tinnies at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed the neighbours don't come
That's
around.
where all the best things
What
come
kind
from,
of
to be honest.
what kind of inspirations behind your music?
In terms of artists and influences and things, I'd say it's quite a mixed bag.
Yeah.
We like quite a few things.
It's kind of punky.
Yeah, kind of
times.
punky kind of stuff. I mean, with the two-piece, it's, there's more bands like Drenge, big fans of those boys, and then into full bands like Parquet Courts. I'm a big Beastie Boys fan myself.
Beastie Boys.
Do you struggle sort of with making a sound? Because obviously Drenge had to add a third member eventually. As just the two when you play live, is that something you're concerned about?
We haven't, like, I don't know, when we've played live, I think there is room, we think, for maybe a bass player or another guitarist, but at the moment I think we're trying to keep it quite minimalist, quite simple.
Convenience.
Strip back the
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, we haven't really assessed the sound just yet. It could sound horrible.
It could.
We're about to find out. I'm sure it won't.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the song you're playing today?
The song is called Girls Online.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 100%.
And what is that about? Sounds quite...
Girls on the Line. Girls Online is about a young boy.
Yeah.
This is not from personal experience, please.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a guy that basically falls in love with a cam girl, and it's just about his kind of the little tale and how that unravels.
Wow.
Are you sure it's not from personal experience? Didn't you write the song?
I did write the song, but I feel like if you kind of imagine someone else and try and write it from someone else's perspective, and then it keeps me out the spotlight.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Anyway, boys, do you want to head off and play us out then?
Yeah, certainly.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.
No worries.
Thank you very much to everyone who supported iCOV over the last year. Thank you to everyone who's watched the show today. Anything you want to add, Alexandra?
Yeah, thank you for all the amazing support in today's show as well. It's been the biggest one we did so far, and we can't wait to see you guys next year.
And so playing us out are Girls on the Internet. Here we go.
When I get home, I've been waiting all day. Not like the other cool kids. Well, I don't wanna play, but it's late now. Make sure my door is locked. But when I get to your side, I've seen this vlog. My eyes deceiving me. Is it all just a bad dream? Well, I get on my mom's computer, 'cause I got something to say. And I steal her credit card, 'cause she insists I pay. Well, I confess to you